Hello all, Chet here from Chet's Adventures Beyond. If you're heading to the airport, make sure you give yourself enough time. Check any of the driving apps for where you're staying at, whether it's your house or hotel or whatever, to get to the airport. Give yourself enough time. Domestic flights, you want to be there at least 2 hours roughly before your flight. And the cutoff time at the ticket counters is usually 40 minutes prior to your departure, so you have enough time to get through TSA. And if you are doing international departures, you want to make sure that you're at the airport about 3 hours prior, and your cutoff time at the ticket counter will be an hour before your flight. Make sure you have your passports and your IDs ready for flight. And so if you are only doing carry-on luggage, then don't have to worry as much about the check-in time, but you still want to get there before the ticket counter is closing. Let's just say you can go out to the gate and check in with the gate, but make sure to have that boarding pass before you go through TSA. And if you need to arrange your seats differently, if they have space, they can work that at the gate. And they can also do bag check, whether it's free or not, depending on your airline. Check in with your airline agents, and they're there to help. And you just need to be aware of your time of the flight to leave. All right. If you're traveling with medicines and also have your car keys, your wallet, and all that, and you don't want to always have it on in your pockets, I'd recommend putting it in your backpack or your purse that you are going to be carrying on with you, and not in your suitcases. Um, Suitcases can get lost if they get checked. So if you have that type of stuff, you don't want to have it in your suitcase, um, especially any of the important documents or car keys, medications that you need to take, um, and even refillable bottles of water. You want to have that in your backpack or in a purse, whatever you're carrying on board with you, that you're not going to be losing. Too many people have noticed put all that stuff into their check luggage, and oh, well, the airline happened to misplace your bag and it's not at your destination. So there's your key. Keep it with you. TSA. What a concept. I love the idea of the Transportation Security Administration to an extent. I've met some of the higher ups in Reno, Nevada, when I lived up there, and but at other stations, airports, other places, they're not all that great in my opinion, but they are doing their best to help out. except for when they have training going on and not being watched over. Yikes. I did have one incident, and I'm not going to say which airport and who was there, but had to go through TSA, and everything went perfectly smooth except for we forgot to put a couple things back in our bag, and it was important documents with our names on it. And we got to the gate, and they called us back, and nobody knew where exactly to go, so we had to leave security again, get the documents, go back through TSA, and then they caught other stuff that shouldn't have been in the bag. And it was a different agent watching over the x-ray. I let the supervisor know. Supervisor had us get a hold of the person who dropped us off, and it was kind of a weird ordeal. But just be aware they are not all they're cracked up to be, and the fact that certain things got through the first time is a scary thought when it comes to what could have happened hours earlier. So just be aware of your surroundings and what you have in your bag. They're supposed to catch everything, but yes, some things do slide through. Another TSA topic of water and water bottles through TSA. I highly recommend getting a reusable water bottle or reusing a regular water bottle. The TSA will encourage you to dump out the water. I do not encourage throwing away the water bottle unless you have to. And yeah, so you can always refill your water bottle at a drinking fountain or a water bottle refilling station, usually by the bathrooms. Kind of a gross concept, but yes. And as everything is way overpriced at the airport, as we all know, but get that done. And also, if you have medical needs for going, that you have to travel with water because your mouth dries out or something like that, it does happen. My wife has the same thing. So you are allowed to have water going through, even if it's open. They do water tests, and you have to let them know so that they can do it, and then they'll get it back to you. This does not include having ice water with ice in it. They will dump that out. But yeah, just FYI for all those traveling with prescription and doctor stuff with water and water bottles coming through the airport. If you end up getting to your gate and your aircraft is not there, check the flight boards or ask a customer service or passenger service agent, whoever might be there, to find out if your flight has been delayed, is whatever the problem might be, or if it was canceled. If it is just pushing out from the gate, wait for the agent to come back and they can rebook you or help you on to another airline or whatever the case may be for that. Do not go out the doors of the jet bridge or the airport right at the gate area. You could be detained. You could be prosecuted depending on the airport and the airline. Don't try to get down on the ramp because us employees have to escort you back in, and then it's a whole big deal, and you don't want to have to go through that, and we don't want to have to ban anybody from airport or the airline. So, yeah, and it has happened, so you know. subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video. Ring or click that notification bell for more future video updates. As always, have fun, stay safe, wherever your adventures may be taking you next. Enjoy!